Come on! Go! Goku!
Thank you, Dragon Balls!
Later. Stay alive, Vegeta.
I bet my last ounce of pride!
Alright, what's going on, you fam? Raiyuden here. As you can tell from my voice, I just got up. One of the pains of being in North America is anytime we get a teaser or anytime Legends does something, it's always really early in the morning, so I miss jumping on talking about this right away. I was kind of debating on not even bothering with this just because everyone else gets to talking about it first, and I wonder if my thoughts are just being thrown into the void. Everyone's kind of concluded what they wanted, but we know that a Universe Survival Saga campaign is coming next. And here they are, teasing away with ice cream, matcha flavored, and then a soybean dusting on top of the ice cream. If you didn't know any better, you would have assumed this is Kefla. It is an after-party Kefla, mainly because the matcha ice cream color matches exactly like Kefla's hair, and if you look in the background, there's a casting of two shadows, almost implying two characters maybe turning into Kefla, aka a synchro gauge Kefla. I would support this theory for a couple of reasons. Number one, I think a ranged fusion warrior would work great for UGB2. You guys already know how things are with UVB being around and how everyone else in the anniversary has received characters that support them in some way, shape, or form. If you look at the Green Broly, he's got powerful opponent characters like Red Broly, Yellow Goku Black. He works really well with the double future Goku Black setup. If you look at part 2, Shalet's got Zaha. He got the Zenkai, Awakened Goku and Bardock. He could be ran with the Trunks and Gohan. And then we also got, tons of Hybrid Saiyan buffs via FSK went back on featured boost. We got the Revival Gohan Zenkai Awakening, 1% Pan that really didn't fit the bill whatsoever. And then for part 3 was, Boo Bros. They were a Saiyan character, and everyone kind of just runs the Boo Bros with Broly because those two just pair really well together right now. But for poor UGB, we haven't seen enough Blast characters to really feel like he's found the home, a really comfortable place to be. People have sort of thrown him on any sort of tag and try to patch up the differences with Zenkai buffers. At least that's what's been going on with movies right now. But a designated range team for him is probably what we would want. And Fusion Warriors offering ranged options would be smart. So something like a Synchro Gauge Kefla fits two bills. Number one, it's Synchro Gauge Kefla, so that's pretty cool. And number two, it's a ranged Fusion Warrior that could pair beautifully well with the start of making a ranged Universe Survival Saga team. That sounds like a win. That's theory number one. But theory number two, and one that I think is more likely, is this is actually 17 and Golden Frieza as a tag switch character. Because number one, like I said, they've actually done an after party Kefla before. This has happened already in the 7th anniversary. The one character that felt like she actually adhered to the design philosophy was her, and she was a pretty great character for the after party. Maybe they want to follow a similar path with buffing up U.S.S. and they make it an after party thing, but for the theory that wants to go against that, I would say because Kefla already happened, they want to look to a different direction, and this could be 17 and Golden Frieza. Because the matcha green color of the ice cream actually fits 17's shirt in the Tournament of Power quite well. And then the soybean flour that they call this, it's golden colored. A nice golden dusted color. And then, like I said, the shadows paired together indicating a tag switch character. So what about a tag switch 17 and Golden Frieza? The thing about Legends and the Universe Survival Saga is there is a bajillion characters they could do, yet they haven't. I feel like the Universe Survival Saga is very, not slept on, but just not used enough, despite how it feels so far. It does feel like we've done U.S.S. like a bajillion times, and yet there are so many characters from there that we still do not have. Like, I think this campaign, because it stretches a month long, there's two things I would theorize. I originally said God Topo and Synchro Gauge Kefla, maybe, because those characters are, I would say they're a little more exciting than just a monthly legend, but they're not big enough to headline any major celebration. Not as a part 1 or a part 2, and sure as hell not a part 3. So After Party always fits so well. You're still tapering off the excitement of the anniversary, but at the same time, you're respecting the character just a little bit more and saying that they're not just any monthly character. God Topo and Synchro Gauge Kefla, I think, fit that bill pretty good. So that's what my original prediction for this campaign was. A God Topo, a Jiren somewhere along those lines, a Zenkai Awakening for MVP 17, and then maybe a unique equip to, and I know it hurts me to say this, to transforming MUI Goku, and then Synchro Gauge Kefla. And then in that way, you help out UGB2, Godki gets stronger, U.S.S improves, got an MUI somewhere because people wanted that. Seems pretty sick. But if they decide to go with a 17 and Golden Frieza tag switch, I think that would be even better. And then, if you really think about it, this could support the idea of MVP 17 getting a Zenkai Awakening. When you talk about the list of characters that are, assigned the title of best aging, LF Future Gohan, Ultra Namek Goku, characters like that, then 100% you need to throw Android 17 in that discussion. This guy would be an amazing Zenkai Awakening. But a big reason why I say he could be that is this. What if UVB is as strong as he is because the start of buffing up Universe Survival Saga is with a bunch of blue characters, and one of them just so happens to have a targeted counter towards Fusion Warriors? They've done this before where a character will have a singular individual buff to countering a tag, and then on their Zenkai Awakening they change it so that your allies also do additional damage to Fusion Warriors. So maybe this is what they're doing. It's either transforming MUI is going to see a unique and a monstrous blue showing up on the field, MVP 17 could be getting a Zenkai Awakening to go alongside this cool Golden Frieza and 17 tag switch character, or if it's not him, these guys are getting a Zenkai Awakening. I don't know, either one of these are on the table. I actually think this would be a pretty damn cool Zenkai as well. Remember that they got a unique equip, I think it was during part 1 of the 7th anniversary, and although it wasn't the craziest thing in the world, it would be interesting to see this guy get a Zenkai and become that character to help deal with him. A big part of it also being because Goku and Frieza and UVB were ran together, and people were constantly trying to fight between who is better. Is it Goku and Frieza, or is it UVB? So that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking they are talking about either a Synchro Gauge Kefla, which I hope is ranged to help UGB, and it just fits the bill of establishing a ranged U.S.S team that doesn't really exist, or this is MVP 17 and Golden Frieza, which could support the idea of Mr. 17 here getting a Zenkai who ends up being a strong blue to deal with Fusion Warriors, hence why UVB is so strong, or Goku and Frieza are getting a Zenkai Awakening. No matter what, there are a lot of blue characters that could see a power-up via this campaign, and it could explain UVB's very, very strong unique equip. Either way, let me know what you think. Exciting times ahead. What do you want out of this U.S.S campaign? But until next time, I'm going to go back to sleep. Peace.